Welcome back, coaches. I can help you become a better football coach. Now, it's not really coming from me, it's you. You have to become a better football coach, but I do know the recipe. So, if you would like to know the recipe to actually becoming a better coach by next year, which ups your chances of winning or ups your chances of moving up on your staff if you're anxious to do that, or ups your chances of having a voice in those weekend coaches meetings. Become a better coach. And there is a recipe to how to get it done, and I want to share that with you today. I think I can do it in less than 10 minutes. Now, I always tell you, listen, a lot of these things I learned because of not doing them, from making the mistakes myself. And I've been out of coaching now for 2 seasons. I think eventually I'll coach again. And when I do become a coach again, I think I'll be better than I ever was, but I will still make mistakes. Listen, this is how you become a better coach. Let's just jump in, man. Obviously, that's got to be the best coach in the game right now, Cignetti, right? But this isn't really about who's best. What he's done is incredible, and I use his picture there because I think this is really where his specialty is, from what I can tell. Human behavior, understanding human behavior. So if you want to get better at coaching, then you've got to put in some work yourself. And work involves learning from other people. Now, people write books, so you could get one and read one. So pick out a book about understanding human behavior and read it, right? Don't know what book to read? Start with a Google search. How do I better understand human behavior? How to motivate people? How to get the best from people? There's so much to be learned, but you've got to go out and you've got to read it. You've got to listen to someone, because as you get better at understanding human behavior, you're better at motivating your players. You have a finite amount of time with them every day, and within each week, within each season, your time, it's limited. You have to get the most out of that so that they perform at their best. And getting them to perform at their best requires getting them to want to perform at their best. But here's the missing piece that I think, well, who knows if people overlook this or not. I believe that I overlooked this for a time, and that's getting the best out of your coaches. You have to find a way to work well with other coaches. Everyone's ambitious. Everyone is prideful. How do you work with groups of prideful men? I don't say prideful because of bad. I think prideful is the default. That is all men. Ambitious, prideful. How do we work with these men to get them to want to perform at a high level for the program, which is maybe it's your program. Maybe you're the head guy, or maybe you're an assistant going, what's going to make me want to work for someone else? But you've got to be aware, and you've got to put in work studying human behavior. So that's number one. There's 2 other keys to getting better at coaching in this offseason, what you need to do to get it done. I'm passionate about this topic because I think that being a good coach, there's an art to it and there's a science to it. There's both. And the only way to learn them is to study them and ask questions of others that have done it. Now, this is part 2 of becoming a better coach, and that's learn the game. Now, Kirby is known for being a very high-level X's and O's guy. You've got to learn the game. Being a better coach isn't going to be about necessarily having better ideas. It's not having better ideas. It's learning the game. And you'll see I put there, learn it from people at your level. I love watching college football. I really have started to enjoy watching professional football as well. But I don't want to go learn from them. I don't want to go hear them speak. They don't coach at my level. The high school game, it's different from the college game. Now, I enjoy listening to them speak. It's kind of fun, and I might pick up a nugget. But if I really want to know and learn the game better, I want to learn it from people that coach at my level. They have this similar amount of time with their athletes as I do. They're going to have a similar amount of time. That means time on the field and in meetings. They're going to have a similar level of athlete. They're going to have experience with what worked out for us in the past and what hasn't worked out for us in the past. A better understanding of the quantity of things that I can coach within a season at the high school level. And that's why I want to learn from high school guys. I would recommend doing the same. A lot of that gets done at clinics, of course, but this is the part that I think that you want to be aware of. Become ignorant of less when you're learning the game. It's not just who else does what I do. Take a night, one night a month. Could you do that? And you turn on a video of someone that does things completely opposite of you. Are you an even front defensive guy? You find an odd front guy and you listen to him. You listen to him. You listen to a wing T coach when you're a spread guy, or you're an under center wing T guy and you find a guy that is really good at running wide zone and he's doing it from multiple looks. I don't know what you're going to learn from that. You will pick up something, but what you're doing is you're seeing the game from a different perspective, and you need that. When you add up night after night, right, over the course of 12 months, 9 months before the next season, where you have seen the game through multiple people's eyes, the game starts to slow down for you. And you have experience in these different aspects of the game because they all come up at different times. So become ignorant of less, which goes into the last one. Get out of your bubble, right? So you could almost say that second one could have been get out of your lane. And now get out of your bubble. Learn from, are you at a big school? Find a small school guy. Don't shut off your ears to him. Go out of state, right? And that's obviously something I've been passionate about for years, which is why I run this channel. So if you want resources, I mean, they're all right here. There's tons, more than you could watch in a single year. Join and watch what all these men are doing. Spend time, get out of your bubble. Out of state, people you don't know, people that you don't do the same things you do, get out of your bubble. The last way to become a better coach for next year is learning how to teach. Learn how to teach it. When really this comes down to practice. Study how people practice, which means ask people questions and take notes. What do you do? Just tell me what you do and sit there and write it down. And when you're done with that, hearing all those things and writing down what they do, you then can sit back and look at that and go, I don't like this idea. I do like this one. I don't like that one. I do like this one. Now do that 5 to 8 times over the course of the off season with 5 to 8 different guys. What kind of themes are you starting to see? Man, these guys are good at teaching this. I like this. I'm seeing this across from 4 or 5 different guys that have been highly successful. I can't predict what you're going to learn, but you can only learn it by actually studying it and asking questions of people. And of course, you can watch people practice, which that's why I travel and watch people practice and film it so that you can watch it too. Take the time and watch. People are lazy. We're all lazy. Yeah, I'm fired up. People are lazy. Thank goodness, because if they weren't lazy, I never would have been able to be competitive at the schools that I was at. I would go to a school that really struggled to win and for a decade and find a way to compete. And the only reason that we ever had a chance certainly wasn't because of my ideas. I'm not very smart. It was a limitation of mine. So what could I do? Work really hard, ask a lot of questions, see the game from a lot of different perspectives, and then try to put an organized plan and try to teach it really well. How do we teach it? How much can we teach? How much can we package? What's realistic? I want to know, right? How many plays do people carry? How many blitzes? How many different fronts do they show? Because there is a limit to how much you can teach in a season. And then how do we organize our practice? And tying it all back together is how do I make sure that my people, all the way back in number 1, how do I make sure that my people around me, those coaches, are motivated to teach with me at practice and be masters of our time at practice. So, yeah, you can get better at coaching this offseason if you're willing to do the work. Find great coaches, ask questions, write it down, circle the things that stand out. Do this on repeat for the next 20 off seasons of your life and wait and see what kind of coach you are by the time you turn 50.